For this next video in this process, we're going to go ahead and select a niche market that we're going to go after. So I'm going to take you through some of the strategies and the mindset I go through when choosing a good niche market. So what you want to do is go to clickbank.com, and at the very top here, what you're going to want to choose is Marketplace up here at the top. Now inside Marketplace, again, we already talked about how to browse around there. So we're just going to jump into a market that we know is popular, and that is the market money and employment. People want to know about how to, make more money with their job, how to make more money on the internet. Those are all big topics nowadays. So that's just what we're going to do for this example. Now, obviously, you can choose anything. There's weight loss, there's fitness, there's health, there's, homeschooling even. There's whatever niche market you want to get into. I don't want you to feel limited by any means. So we're just going to jump into money and employment here. And I've got here in the money and employment section several different products that show up here. Now there's a variety of products. Now here's one that really grabs my attention under money and employment. And this is the one we're going to kind of use for this campaign. But this says converting at 1 in 14 hops, which would be almost at like 1 in 14 clicks basically. So it tells you kind of it's a pretty good indicator that this is going to be a fairly good product. They'll tell you that you make on a sale $18.88, so that's pretty good money. So you're making about $20 a sale. The commission is 75%, and where it says actually the referred percentage, we're looking at that. 95% of their sales came through affiliates. So that tells you that product does well for affiliates. It's got a gravity of over 100. All these stats add up to be a pretty successful looking product. So let's dig in a little bit deeper here. Now, obviously, just because it has maybe a lower gravity doesn't mean it's a bad product. These are just good ballparks and baselines to go off of. So if you find something that's got over 100, that's got a significant amount of referred sales, and also one that's giving you a good chunk of their profits, there's a good chance that this would be a pretty good product to look at. Now, after I've selected the product I'm going after, now again, you can choose any category, but what you want to do when you're looking for your product is choose View Pitch Page right here. So I'm going to select View Pitch Page, and let's just open that up here. And basically what it's going to show you here is, we've got up here basically the sales page that people are going to land on. So this is kind of, the pitch page that they might initially run into. Now this page, may not look like much to you, but it really grabs your attention, grabs my attention. And what I like best here is it makes people put in their first name, their email, in a very simple way. Now this person's obviously list building, but that's not a huge issue for me because I can know that this person's going to probably get them on a list and market to them later. So I know they're going to give them more exposure. So there's a good chance this product will convert pretty well for me. Now if you want to check out their system, you could just plug that in here. So let's just put that in there. And then hit check now. Alright, and then it's going to tell you that there happen to be some cities available, and actually this is the sales page that you end up landing on, and the sales page is done really, really well. So it's a very clean laid out sales page, and that's a very important element. You really want to make sure that this is a sales page that you would feel comfortable doing. Now you're going to see this part of something really grabs my attention. Enter coupon code. It kind of makes people want to move quickly on the product. So if you enter that coupon code, it will actually make the price go cheaper. So notice how it changed these to now only be $34. So I really like that idea because I think that kind of makes people interactive. It makes them very interested and intrigued. So overall, this is a very nice, clean looking sales letter. So that's going to be the things that you kind of want to look for. They've done a good job with branding. They've really done a good job on the sales letter to make sure it converts. Now here's another tool. You could click on View Pitch Page here. Okay, so here is this software called Micro Niche Finder. You see this has got a nice landing page that it takes people to, laid out very, very clean, very solid. So that's definitely something else you might want to consider. So that one pays out pretty well. But you can just take a look at, these are all products here. You can just look at any of these products and just kind of look at the view pitch page to really get an idea of kind of their sales letter to see if it's something that you would probably want to promote. Like you might look at this one and go, ooh, it looks clean, but boy, there is a lot of activity going on this site. So, it might just be a little bit too much. So you might want to try something different. So that's kind of what I do, is just navigate around. So we're going to go to that product. Now the next thing you want to do is you want to head on over to Google. So we're just going to go over to google.com here, and we're just going to type in the keyword phrase that we're looking for. So let's just plug in into Google. Let's just say we're going to be looking for paid surveys, since that's what that product is about. So paid surveys. And you're going to see that there's quite a few results. There's 3,970,000 competing sites. So, okay, so you know that there's people buying advertisements for that, so you know it is a profitable niche. So what you want to do next is go over to AdWords Keyword Tool. AdWords Keyword Tool. So I'm going to the Google AdWords Keyword Tool, and what I'm going to choose next is type in the main keyword phrase here, paid surveys. And I'm plugging that data in, and then choose Get Keyword Ideas. And once I put that in here, you're going to find a variety of different keyword phrase options that pop up here. So let's just look at some of these keyword phrases. Paid online surveys, get paid surveys, surveys paid, paid surveys. These are all different keyword phrases that are coming up in this search. Now what you want to do here is where it says match type, I like to choose phrase match because that really gives you a better indicator as to the true volume of searches that are being done for these. So you see there's still a lot of volume here. There's still several thousand. Like for example, paid, let's see, get paid for online surveys, paid to take survey, for example, 3,600, paid to do online surveys. So you might want to copy one of these phrases, for example, and go right over to Google itself. So let's just head right over there to Google and then just paste that in there. And what you might find here is there's quite a few competing sites, 2 million people that are kind of looking for that keyword phrase. And the reason you do that in quotes is to get a better idea as to what the competition's there. So now you might try this next word down, paid to take survey, just to see kind of what the competition is. And you just want to narrow down. You want to try to find a keyword phrase, ideally that has less than 10,000, but around 20,000, that's going to be pretty good for you. Another thing you can do is actually do a search that's called all in title, ALLINTITLE, all in title, and it can actually put in paid to take survey, and basically that is actually going to kind of narrow down, because that's going to be only the ones that are using that keyword phrase in their title tags. And these are the title tags. It's the most important element of search engine optimization. So you know that if there's very few people using that in their title tags, but yet it's still showing a decent volume, in the thousands, then it has a keyword, that might be worth a shot for you to go after. So that's one element you can look at to do your research, is just browse through those different keyword phrases. Now, obviously, you can do this for whatever it is, but notice just with paid online surveys, there's a lot of opportunities here. Like for example, get paid to fill out surveys. And so these are all different combinations of keyword phrases. So for these campaigns, for this campaign that I'm going to be going over with you, you want to try to choose, one keyword phrase and then go on to the other keyword phrases in that niche to really build a nice solid blanket of potential, opportunities for you to generate traffic and leads from. So a lot of opportunities there for you. Now, what I would also recommend that you do is, that you go right back over. You might consider some other niche markets. You might look on ClickBank for some other options. So I'm going to show you this concept real quick just with the weight loss niche market, and then we'll move on to the next steps in other videos. So you type in weight loss, and you can actually do a phrase match for that again. And you're going to see here, weight loss program, weight loss, best weight loss tips, for example. And you could copy that and take that right on over to the quote search or the all in title search, whichever you prefer. Okay, weight loss tips. Let's put that in quotes. 2 million competing sites. So you're going to know, okay, that's not a good keyword, that I'd want to go after. But since that keyword phrase itself is getting, 90,000 or so visitors that you see right here, so 110,000 or 90,500 visitors, I would try weight loss tips as its own primary keyword, and it might help you narrow down even further so you can kind of niche it down a little bit. But again, all these keywords are keyword phrases you could use to target this campaign, which that's going to make more sense to you as you go on to the next videos that follow all this. So that's really in a nutshell how you do your research part of things, and we're going to go on to some other videos so you can get this system going for you and generating profits.